Hello all and welcome, and I am the MGTOW philosopher. And in this video, I'd like to talk about the disturbing trend of collectivism and centralization among MGTOW. Now, first off, you might be tempted to say, but MGTOW philosopher, MGTOW is an individualist movement. It isn't a collective one. And ideally, I would agree, as movements by and large are groups of people working in concert. That means a collective of sorts. And that's not what MGTOW is supposed to be. However, the truth of the matter is that in some ways, sadly speaking, it has already become that. Firstly, let me just say that I made some videos that touch on this a while back titled, Is MGTOW a Cult? And Cults and Cult Leaders Within MGTOW. In these videos, I touched upon both what ideological movements are, how MGTOW isn't one or isn't supposed to be one anyhow, and how there are some personality cults within MGTOW. I suggest you watch these videos. You'll find them in my original content playlist. Anyhow, back to how collectivism and centralization has already found its way into the MGTOW discussion. Now, MGTOW, it isn't supposed to exist as a group or a collective that can be targeted, attacked, and thereby destroyed. That's its strength, the total lack of centralization of power. Sadly, that's no longer the case. Why? Well, MGTOW communicate and share their beliefs, experiences, and try to get more men red-pilled via online means. Hence, the MGTOW phenomenon exists almost entirely in the cyber world, namely on YouTube. That's right, the majority of MGTOW interact on YouTube. Now, yes, there are some forums out there, but when compared with the amount of information available and the level of interaction that takes place on YouTube, there really is no comparison. YouTube is where the vast majority of MGTOW talk to each other and trade ideas. And that's a bad idea. Reason one for this is because of the fact that this goes against the decentralization dictum for any guerrilla-like movement, which MGTOW is. Too much power centralized in one place, and all of it would disappear with one single concentrated attack from the enemy. Boom! One attack, and virtually all ability to effectively fight vanishes. Now, yeah, I know YouTube isn't the only place with red pill knowledge, but it's certainly the biggest. I mean, hell, I would wager that 95% of red pill men identifying as MGTOW learned about MGTOW and attained the majority of their knowledge from YouTube videos. Videos that are now under attack. Channels like mine, for example, and those of others are being demonetized automatically. Even the hint of MGTOW in a video title or among the tags of that video or being mentioned in your video will get it demonetized. In turn, your channel can very quickly become a target of the very people who own YouTube itself. I mean, hell, tomorrow all MGTOW channels could be purged and you wouldn't hear a peep about it from the mainstream media, except maybe Fox. Maybe. And even they don't like us as their network is primarily tradcon cucks. Hence, you might not hear anything. And YouTube? Well, they would be well within their rights to purge all such content, as after all, they are a quote-unquote private company. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. MGTOW is not a movement, philosophy, or ideology. It's an individual man deciding to go his own way, on his own terms, for his own self-betterment. Nothing more, nothing less. Making it into something more, well, that's the threat. And the moment that you centralize it, collectivize it, well, it's over. And MGTOW? Well, MGTOW has become too dependent on YouTube, too centralized. We need other options. I want all of you out there to be wary of the draw of the collective. I know, it's tempting to want to belong, to be somewhere that has so many other people that think, feel, and act the same way as you do, who have the same views, the same ideas. And it's attractive, very attractive to belong, alluring even. But it's that allure that brings you all together and allows your enemies to identify and destroy you in one fell swoop. Please like, subscribe, and comment as to your thoughts on how best to spread MGTOW outside of YouTube. How best to decentralize the message so that the ability to send said message cannot be wiped out in one single attack or be co-opted by the unscrupulous. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.